If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room, what's going on, man? What's going on? Hey, look, I wasn't finna go live today. I was just gonna drop a video, but I felt like we should probably have a conversation. I felt like we should probably conversate about some things that's going on. Why not? Why not? GMS fam, the green room, what's going on, man? Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Do all your due diligences. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, share this. Follow me on my socials. I'll follow everybody back. We do have super chats up, memberships, all that good stuff. Cash apps are in the description below. Shout out to Zane Vicious. I see you in the chat. Simo is here. John Doe is here. Grits and Gravy is here. Zinku Entertainment is here. All you guys, shout out to y'all, man. Participate in that live chat if you are in the building. All right, now, like I said, I wasn't gonna go live, but I felt like, why not watch this with you guys and speak on what happened last night on the 5150 show and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about much else. This is also for the people that say all you do is talk about Corey Holcomb. Today, all we're gonna do is talk about the 5150 shit that's going on with Corey and Godfrey, and then we getting out of here. No other topics. So if you came here for any other topics, today is not the day. I got other things I need to do. All right, my one day off. I gotta make the most of it. It's sunny outside. This is Minnesota. It's beautiful weather. I need to make sure we get outside. You do the same. If you're not at work, go outside and enjoy the weather, man. Sniff the air, touch some grass, clap some cheeks. Speaking of clapping cheeks, one person that is afraid that he might get his cheeks clapped at some point in the near future, I believe, is Corey Holcomb. He is trying to protect his man buns from a vicious attack against the BACKDOORIA community. A gruesome, vicious cheeks clapping, it seems. I mean, that's the only reason I could think of why he would be so focused on who is BACKDOORIA and who's not. And here's the thing. I somewhat, and this is just me being honest, I somewhat understand the sentiment of, okay, I would rather know if this dude who I'm interacting with is so-and-so, just so I know, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to, don't be thinking that we cool or that we conversating because there's some type of chemistry in another way. No, I'm straight. You are of the LGBTQ community. I have respect for you. If this is what you're trying to do, then I'm going to, you know, skip away from here. We don't have to communicate. You understand? That to me is understandable. Okay, it's an understandable move. If you are a straight man and you're not into that type of thing, respectfully, hey, you know what? Go over here and you go over there and do that. All right. Only friendly conversation over here, man. Nothing more. All right. I understand that. But I have to ask myself why this man is searching for gay information about people, and why he's holding so much gay information inside of his head. I need to understand that, because when it comes to people that he has been once cool with, or people that he has accused of being BACKDOORIA, somehow he has gotten some type of information about what that person does behind the scenes. If I was somebody who wanted to stay away from that type of environment, I'm not going to want to inquire about that type of activity behind closed doors. And the way that this man jokes about it, yes, they're jokes, but very vivid jokes. Very vivid jokes. And that to me seems like somebody who fantasizes about certain things like that. He may not want to admit it. Now, this isn't me saying that he hates, I don't think Corey hates gay people. I think that there's a battle happening inside of him. I think there's an internal battle that is happening. And I explained this the last time we went live. Got to understand, if somebody wants to get away from a certain thing that they're not interested in, but they're always surrounded by it, they start to get a fear of something might trigger them or bring them to a point where they are of that realm, so to speak. It almost seems like if somebody gay wanted to, they could turn Corey out. That's what it seems like, the way that he has built this phobia. Now, I did say this though. I also threw him some bail. Corey is 55 years old. I do not believe that him being 55 of his era is somebody that's trying to run away from being a closeted homosexual. I don't think that he's no. I think that he just comes from an era where that stuff isn't normal, and he will always hold on to, he's not one of those people, one of those older folks who turned a blind eye, or even possibly built some type of tolerance towards that aspect of life, and it doesn't bother them. I think he's somebody who continues to believe that that is something that's not right, and he has expressed that. Now, here's this part, all right? The part that kind of has a lot of people's minds boggled is the fact that he is so adamant on calling everybody he has an issue with LGBTQ. And that's why certain people have reversed it, because you can't be the guy that claims it's about everybody but then turn around and make certain jokes or dress a certain way or zip up Flame's dress. You can't be that type of guy but be so vocal about that community. That's just in my opinion. I mean, people can do what they want to do, but that's just my opinion. Because I'm somebody who, if I'm not a part of that community, or if I don't have anything to do with or have any type of hatred towards that community, I'm not going to spend my time focusing on that. Because here's the thing, and I don't care whether you are a fan of Corey or not, one thing that you have to understand is that if one day that community decides to get up and try to cancel Corey or try to get on Corey's ass, pun intended, it'll be justified, because he is going out of his way to continuously speak on a community he's not a part of. That's like a Charlie Kirk or Nick Fuentes or one of these alt-right white supremacist guys talking all day about black people and then want to show up somewhere where black people are at, do you not think that you will get a bad reception? Do you not think that black people won't try to protest? You think people won't try to find your address or find where, like, it's a dangerous game you play when you are going after an entire community and not specific individuals. Yes, he is pointing out specific individuals, but he is making generalized statements. Now, this Godfrey situation, I think this is another thing where Corey has made some elaborate type of thing in his head that somebody had it out for him. Because last night he claimed that Godfrey had this specific individual, Akeem Woods, who is an openly gay comic. He claimed that he had him on the show just to disrespect Corey. Now, that to me is like one of those things that kind of throw it, like, if you watch Godfrey's podcast, I don't know how many people in the chat watch Godfrey's podcast, but if you watch it, you know that Akeem has been a recurring co-host on that show, or a recurring guest on that show frequently, all right? He didn't just bring him on to specifically bash Corey. It just so happens that Akeem has been a part of the show. It just so happens that Akeem is gay. And it just so happens that Akeem has the same questions a lot of other people have. Why is this man worried about gay activities? Now, Akeem even put up a post. Let me see if I can put it up here. Let me see if I can pull it up. He put something on Instagram. Let me pull this up, man. I'm going to pull it up, and I'm going to try to post it on Twitter so that we can get a full view. We need a full view. He posted several comments. Let's see. Oh man, this is a lot. Sheesh. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, I had to screenshot quite a few things, but we're gonna get them up here. All right. Let's get it. Do that. Sorry, you guys. I don't mean to be such a delay on this, but I forgot that this was something that happened, and I want to make sure that we got proper context, because Akeem has had a lot to say about Corey since all this has popped off, and he's even taken it upon himself to respond to certain comments that people have made in response to, you know, him and Godfrey talking about Corey. He's also been in my comment section a few times as well, to respond to certain things also, but we'll get to that in a second. Now, Corey clearly has an issue, and he believes, and here's another thing, he cleared it up that it wasn't just him just going off on Godfrey. Clearly, he felt like Godfrey should have taken up for him. He felt like Godfrey should have been more vocal towards Akeem and said, hey, this is not what it is. You can't be talking about Corey's my guy. I don't want you going all extra, whatever. And I told y'all, from Godfrey laughing and basically making light of it himself, even though he did defend Corey, he still felt like he was disrespected. And he also felt like Akeem was there to specifically disrespect him. Now, Akeem posted up a screenshot of him and Godfrey's video where they responded to Corey Holcomb. And this is what he wrote in the caption. He says, "So we finally addressed Corey Holcomb and his 97th gay allegation. I'm a bit disappointed by some of the homophobic replies. Sadly, not that surprised. However, a lot of comments were super supportive. Those aren't funny. So I'm highlighting some of the homophobic ones because they have me dying. No one has answered my question. Why is a 56-year-old man consistently wondering who's gay. Please answer me that. Listen, if you can't be friends with a gay person, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe go to therapy. There are plenty of reasons not to like me. Hell, if you don't think I'm funny, that's 100% okay. But as a black person, hating me just because I'm gay is wild as fuck. Anyway, I'll be in St. Pete tomorrow with my girl T.S. Madison, and I'm sure Corey got beef with her too. Yes, he does. If you guys don't remember, T.S. Madison and Corey had a little bit of a small bout between one another, and I think that bout ended when T.S. started saying that she was gonna start clapping Corey's cheeks. I think at any point, if you got into an argument with anybody of the LGBTQ community and they tell you that their response to anything that you're going to do is for them to clap said cheeks, I think that's when you decide to bow out and walk away, because there's no winning that battle. There's absolutely no winning that battle. Same thing happened with academics. You saw what happened with academics and Saucy Santana. Saucy Santana said that she was going to grab Livingston by both his meat clappers, both his ham hocks, and deliver a pounding of a lifetime. That brought academics to tears. The fear. Do you think that episode of the Boondocks was fake when Tom, you can't have my booty? Yeah, it was funny. But that was a horrifying moment in that show. Do you understand? There's a real fear. Now, here's some of the screenshots he referred to. Somebody said, as a black man hanging with a ninja who suck white S's or C's, period, is on a whole nother level of not being gay. Akeem responded to him and said, who said I only hook up with white dudes? I F all dudes. Also, a lot of times they are the one S-ing me. Oh, God. I don't know if I should be reading these, man. For journalistic sake, right? Being a black man doesn't justify being homophobic. I'd expect you to have that take, because I'm guessing you also can't have a gay friend because they might turn you gay. A whole loser. And I'm reading these for journalistic sake, also to be fair, because I don't have a hate towards anybody in that community. It doesn't bother me none. It does sound crazy because, yeah, I am straight and I'm not into that shit. So when you say certain things, it does throw a nigga off. There's never not going to be a time where I don't get thrown off by gay verbiage. I'm sorry. It just you know what I'm saying? Like that one, that one video that dude just the fucking echo and shit. But here's another one. He said, pandering to LGBT is gross. Corey is not obsessed. You, Mr. BACKDOORIA, is the one that makes everything about your gayness. And then it seems like he liked a comment from somebody that said, get Corey's peen out of your mouth. He is not going to pay you. And Akeem responded, said, look up the definition of obsession. Then come back when you have a more educated opinion. Corey has literally called 15 plus people gay. He spent more hours on his podcast talking about gay people than me. Then he went on to say to somebody who said, Corey is a bit obsessed with who's gay and who's not. And then he said, a bit? Nah, that nigga is more than a bit. He's called like 20 MFers gay. And then went on to say to somebody who said, why is the hey dude or gay dude here anyway? And he said, because me and Godfrey are friends. And this specifically had to do with me since Corey was mad at Godfrey, even though I'm the one who called them out. And then somebody said, I'm so sick of these rainbow flags for real, to which he responded, being a black woman who hates gay men is wild, but live your truth. I guess one of your BFs was down low and now you just hate all of us. Yeah. So, here we are. I'm gonna play this clip. I'm gonna read some of you guys' comments. I seen y'all just in the chat going in. I'm gonna read some of y'all comments and then we're gonna play this video of Corey's response. Gig Hustler said Godfrey gets called gay for gay co-hosts, but it's cool when Corey take them on tour. Hey man, I guess so. You know what I'm saying? I said that last week. I'm like, it's gay for Godfrey to hang around gay people or bring gay people on tour, but it wasn't gay at all for him to zip up Flame's dress by request. It wasn't that he turned around and seen that Flame's dress was unzipped and be like, hey, homie, your shit unzipped. Flame said, hey, Corey, could you zip me up? And turned around and tooted it up. And Corey said, my pleasure. And did it. So it's like, you can't be out here calling all these people gay because of certain things, but then when it comes to you, it's just you being a man and being secure in your manhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's the hypocrisy in that. And people will run with his narratives because they take what he says as biblical. You know what I'm saying? They take his word as church. So when he comes up with his own narratives, people follow it. And then they get mad at me for calling out clear hypocrisy, thinking I'm hating, when it's just like, no, it's like, it's clear as day. You just use your common sense, man. Use your logic. That's all I'm asking. Use your logic. Mr. Mo Shun said, Corey is worse than a female with no comeback other than he is gay. George the Truth said, you just don't get it. Just think if somebody was talking bad about one of your co-hosts in front of you, what would you do? It depends on what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's just giving their opinion, then they're giving their opinion. If he was sitting there calling Corey a bitch ass nigga, or, you know, F you ain't shit, and you know, you not funny, you not nothing. He was giving his honest opinion, just like Corey. Like, this is the thing that I be talking about, the hypocrisy in it too, because then people will come back thinking that they have some moral stance because they heard what Corey said in his response, but then forget the same things that Corey be doing. He will sit back and say, this is why I point these things out, because I like it amazes me how some people don't get it. He can sit on his platform and say whatever he wants about somebody and then mask it behind the fact that he's just being real. I have to speak on it. Oh, I have to joke about it. I have to, he says what he has to do when he doesn't have to, but he does it. And he talks about people. And he says certain things about people. But because the people on his show aren't cool with these people most of the time, they can't interject and be like, oh man, you know, you should chill out. They gonna let him do what he do. But then he brings it to, oh, well, if this guy is talking about me. See, Corey can keep it real about everybody until somebody wants to keep it real about him, then it's an issue. Now he's getting attacked. Now people are being brought on shows just to disrespect him. Do you get what I'm saying here? It don't make no sense. Corey's the one that's doing the podcast and doing everything right. Everybody else that has an opinion on him is doing it wrong, apparently. And they hating. And they got some type of animosity towards him. And they want his spot. And they jealous. And they gay. Anthony still said, in the eyes of many, that community shouldn't be mainstream conversation. Hey, I guess so. I mean, what can you do? Subliminal Frequency says he is behaving like a bitter baby mama or a tantrum throwing toddler. Churches say, I'm not saying Godfrey is gay, but if I was connected to people that is known to smoke crack, wouldn't that leave room for questions? That's funny. Lou Vegas said Backdooria is real. Yes, I think we all know that. Larry Swish Main says, when Corey says he's a headliner, he ain't talking about on stages. When and where do we ever talk about Corey Holcomb? I don't know. Ken Dog said T.S. Madison would probably whoop Corey's ass and clap his cheeks. Good God, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. Sad One says, GMS, I think Corey listening to the guy you expose now, he keeps a red lid on, trying to patronize a set for protection. Musa says Corey might be gay, but he definitely has he might not be gay, or he might be gay, I don't know. He definitely has mental issues, but that's probably what makes a good comedian. He's in conflict with something. Yeah, I believe that. Anthony still saying that's the problem. Nobody wants to hear about gay-ish. But I mean, there's clearly people out in the world that don't get bothered by it. I mean, you don't have. That's also another thing. You don't have to pay attention to it. You don't have to watch whatever it is that's going on that pertains to something you don't like. And that's why there's the confusion why he spends so much time talking about something he isn't into. Grits and Gravy said, I'm a black woman and I don't support any of that fruity-ish. That is the opposite of building the black family. It's not homophobic. It's a reality. Okay. I will say this. There's plenty of straight black men that want to build families, man. I think we've also fallen victim to the narratives that black men don't want black women. But then when you go outside, how many? This is the crazy part. How many of y'all in the chat, real quick? How many of y'all in the chat go outside in real life? Like, I know y'all hear the narratives. Y'all be on the internet. Y'all be on these shows. Y'all be on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Y'all see these people that's basically grifting off of narratives and the divide between black men and black women. But how many of y'all go outside in real life and see black couples? I see a lot of them. So that's why I hate that narrative, because I see it every time I walk outside, and I live in Minnesota. Every time I walk outside, I see a black couple together and a black family at that. Black couples and black families. So, it's plenty out there, man. Let's see. Anthony Still said Corey and Flam came up through the trenches together. Pause. He had to crawl out that mud. I'm just kidding. Let me read some of these. Justin said Corey is super sensitive. Any criticism will be received as disrespect, and he will get defensive. His greatest insult is to a person's sexuality, because he sees that as the lowest insult to a man. Yeah, which is why he's suing Tasha K about that. Jerry Minor says there's a documentary about 5150 that says the show is really about a silverback gorilla that's holding two people hostage and making them do a podcast. Hey, yo. What? What? Oh my God, that's crazy. That is insane, bro. Oh man, maybe I'm just high. That shit is too funny for no reason. Let me chill. Justin Furlow said, I don't know if Corey got closet homosexual desires, but he's definitely a sensitive dude who doesn't know how to take criticism. You're right. I'm sorry, I can't read your name. MCM XXXVII said, read the book of Susanna about bearing false witness. Okay. Easy Peasy said, how does he talk ish about women getting to the top of their profession by laying on their back, but just say the only women you're with is if they are laying on their back? I don't know. That's the contradiction of it all. That also was something I know he's going to get a lot of backlash for, even though he's being totally honest about it. See, this is the thing. When somebody's being upfront, I respect that a lot more than somebody that's trying to do it behind the scenes. So like Corey Holcomb, if you're a woman that's going on a tour with Corey Holcomb and you see he publicly said if you go on tour with him, you got to get down. Don't be mad when he makes sexual advances towards you. Now that doesn't mean that he's gonna like force himself on you or anything like that. I don't take Corey to be that guy. If what I think will happen is if he tries to make a move on you and you decline, that's gonna be the last show you on. But he's telling you that's who he is. So you can't be mad at him telling you up front. What's messed up is the guys that come out here and try to portray some type of clean image and try to be the good guy and the nice guy. And you hear everybody say, oh, all these nice things. And then behind the scenes doing the slick shit, trying to be cool and trying to be extra friendly and try to act like you're the guy that is going to protect them just to get some draws. And that becomes a pattern of things. And women start noticing that you're trying to get in them draws because you continuously trying to have multiple women open up for you on tour, bring them on the road with you. That to me is an issue. If you have the mentality of a Corey Holcomb but act like you're some type of saint, that to me, I don't respect that. Rojab said, notice Corey never talks ish directly to people's faces. Hey man, hey, it is what it is. All right, so let's get to it, man. I've read enough comments. Let's get to it. This is Corey talking about Godfrey in the last podcast they did, where you saw him do his impression of Corey, which I'm gonna play that actually. I'm gonna play that first. Here's Godfrey's impression of Corey. Then we're gonna.
I'm glad to imitate Corey and do it. Sure. Read Corey Holcomb's wild.
Especially the nigga gay man.
Oh, that's good.
You're never a headliner to a nigga. Never. You not that kind of nigga. So when you pass on information
This is really good.
from homosexual type and the little homosexual man that's by you, I declare that war, nigga. I'm just saying, nah, listen, I'm just saying. Not war like we have to go, nigga, But I'm just saying, I can't fuck with you. For real no more.
What up, Binky?
It's like that same smile you give me. I've been knowing you since Chicago. When you fucking pulled that Nigerian race shit on your little brother. Cause in Nigeria, I guess, or in that culture, the older brother can say, yo, what you doing around there? I don't want you around there. And the younger brother has to listen to the older brother, right? He has rank.
Oh, that's
Y'all niggas don't know that man. I know that man. I tolerated that nigga for years. For years. I put a check on that nigga. I'm done with it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just like, cool. I'm cool on you. You smiling it off on the side. You always hating. That's what I'm about. Once I declare you a fuck nigga, how you gonna change that in my mind? It ain't worth talking no more. I've declared you a fuck nigga now.
So I knew that after that impression, it was gonna be a lot more than just war. It was coming, man. The stories were coming. The alleged proof that somebody is BACKDOORIA. Instead of saying that you have proof or just saying that you knew some things for a fact when you already were insinuating it last week and the week before, now all of a sudden you know things that you don't want to get out there. I told y'all, man. I told y'all on the last, I think it was the last show or the show before that. Corey is the type of person that will hold information about you even if y'all are perceived to be cool. I wouldn't be surprised if he holding in information about Craig that he knows if one day him and Craig fall out, he gonna use some shit against him. He is that type of friend. You gotta watch out for people like that because they be the first ones to think everybody else holding in animosity for him. But in reality, they project it. I don't think he truly likes people. I don't think he actually likes anybody. I think Corey will tolerate who tolerates him and who seems like a good asset to what he has going on. Other than that, I don't think he has too much trust or care for too many people in this world. And there are certain things behind that I could bring up, but I'm not the type of guy that will just look at somebody on this internet and assume that they had a different feeling behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like when certain people who I've built relationships with or who I'm close to, like when they pass, I feel real emotion, and if I had a chance to speak on these people, I would, really say something that really is from the heart. I'm not saying this for any specific reason. I'm just saying it's like there's certain ways that he handles situations where you feel like, man, does he even really give a fuck, or if he's just like saying it to say it? You know what I mean? Like, that's just my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong. But let's get to it.
I'm not the industry. We're going to go into this from this. I'm not the industry, but somebody who I've known for a long time named Mr. Gaiman brought on somebody who has put in no work in this game to disrespect me on his show. So I'm done with Mr. Gaiman. I'm done with Mr. Gaiman because you let some peon. What does peon mean? Because somebody gonna be like, oh, he called him a peon. What does peon mean?
Peon is just sit there while you urinate on.
Also, just to be clear, for anybody that tries to come in here and say I'm hating, you don't ever hear me on here calling Corey no bitch ass nigga or no hoe ass nigga or nothing like that, trying to disrespect him while giving my opinion about something. You see, it's very, very, It's very possible to do that when you speak on people. It's very possible to give your opinion about something, whether it be a harsh opinion or not. There's ways of doing it to where you don't have to be disrespectful. Now, that doesn't mean that somebody can't feel offended. You can't tell nobody how to feel about what you said, but at least you know you weren't coming from a place of disrespect or trying to disrespect nobody. I'm not putting no extras on it. I'm just saying how I feel.
No, it's just somebody kind of less
That's
than.
P-on.
Isn't it somebody less than?
And is it somebody who really doesn't have any status? Somebody that is.
Darlene said it's somebody less than.
Whoever said right when they said.
You let a peon talk crazy on purpose because I know Mr. Gaiman. Mr. Gaiman didn't want to be the one behind it with it coming out of his mouth. So he brought on, I'm not going to say who this dude is to Mr. Gaiman, but I'm going to tell you what this dude does for Mr. Gaiman.
I love it. Brelly says you can't tell someone how to retaliate. See? It's the best part about it. See, I love when things like that happen, because then you have to revert back to things that Corey have said. You cannot tell someone how to retaliate, which is why when he says things about people and they respond the way that they do, he can't be the one saying, how you mad at me when I'm just speaking on the truth? I'm just telling it like it is. I'm just keeping it real. People can't do that with him, because when they talk about him, these people are haters. These people are gay. These people ain't talented. These people have a vendetta against him. You see what I mean? Come on now.
Let me land with this.
So I'm saying, just use your logic.
Let me land. Just give me a second. This is so important for people to know. Every brother in here in the entertainment business is going to agree with me. Like I say, the brother right there from Soul Train, Big Phil, everybody who's been in the game know this. When you are an entertainer who has popularity and maybe a couple of dollars, you can have sexual relations with a lot of women when you're on the road. Vice versa with women. Women who are famous, they can have sexual relationships with a lot of men on the road. Like when you go to Denver, you can get some pussy in Denver. When you go to Cleveland, you get some pussy in Cleveland. But we don't do that after a certain amount of time, because you realize strangers in your room is going to bring drama and chaos to your life.
Right.
Just let me land. I'm almost there. So what we do as entertainers, we start taking people with us on the road for companionship and sex. Women who open up for Corey Holcomb have to do something for me to put my time and effort into you. Just Niche, I never slept with Just Niche. Just Niche was a female comic on the road with me because of talent only. She was really talented, so I had Just Niche on the road with me. But if you're a female comic out there on the road with me, you gotta put some work in, or you ain't gonna be on the road with me. Quite simple. If you ain't putting in work, you ain't on the road with me. So when Ray Charles, he had old girl on the road with him, right?
And he has to be careful doing that. I'm gonna just be honest. He got to be careful saying stuff like that, because even though he is being honest about who he is, and anybody that comes in contact with Corey, any female comedians that want to open up for Corey and they getting hit on or he trying to smash, even though he's telling you who he is beforehand, this generation is still going to tell you that he's a predator. Just keep that in mind. You got to watch out for that stuff.
You remember that? In the movie, Ray Charles, they showed about how he had the girl on the road, he even had a baby with the girl.
Okay, right.
Ray Charles' wife found out about the baby and was sending the girl money because he had a wife that was down with him.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's what we do. We have our girl that's down with us at home, taking care of the money, the big house, all that. That's what we work for. The girl that's down with us, we have something for them. Right. I'm finna land in 1 minute. On the road, we got is almost like a road wife, but it never turns into that for real because most of the girls lose their mind because they can't get they can't get you to do what they want you to do, so the relationship normally goes bad. But
Copaesthetic said, bottom line is the greats don't mention anybody Corey has a problem with outside of Earthquake. The greats always mention Corey, though. Now, why do they mention Corey? Is it because they mention Corey just because they're talking about some of the greatest comedians of all time and putting them up there? Or are they mentioning Corey because he once said something about them or somebody that they know, and they're getting asked about him in an interview for something controversial he said? Do you think he would have been mentioned any other? And I'm not trying to discredit Corey. Please don't think I'm trying to discredit him because a lot of these guys put him in his top 5. That is a fact. But he only gets brought up for them to speak on him because of some controversial shit.
road pussy is part of the entertainment business.
I don't believe, and this is going to probably be the harshest thing that I've ever said about Corey, knowing that he is a great comedian. Corey is not going to be remembered mostly for his comedy when it is all said and done. He is going to be remembered for being the most controversial guy in the podcast space. Yes, he's going to be referred to as a comedian because he is a comedian, first and foremost. First and foremost, above all, anything, he is a comedian. But he is going to be remembered as the controversial comedian on podcasts talking crazy about people. Now he's gonna be celebrated, and he's gonna be appreciated and respected. But you can't deny that.
That dude on Mr. Gaiman's show travels with Godfrey on the road. Godfrey got boy pussy with him on the road. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying what they do. I'm not going to say what they do. But Godfrey got boy pussy with him on the road. Now, if you remember, he used to know this dude. He told me it was his roommate, but then I found out it wasn't his roommate. It was some dude. I think his name was Modi or something like that. Godfrey was like, I didn't even know he was gay. Half New York was like, Godfrey knew that nigga was gay. Because Godfrey and him had allegedly some women, and they both slept with the women, and then the dude who was Godfrey's friend, more boy pussy, more.
Oh, man. B-Og said, GMS, are you going to release the phone call with you and Corey? There's nothing interesting about that call. It was a chill conversation of level-headedness and two grown black men coming to what I thought was an understanding. It's not an exciting phone call. It's not controversial. It's probably, if anything, it's gonna make you be like, oh wow, that was solid. It's nothing interesting about it. I've thought about it, but I'm really not a clout chaser. If I was, I would have been did it. If I was a clout chaser, I would have been did it. But I've thought about it, putting it up for memberships for anybody that wants to get a membership and doing like some exclusive shit to it. But yeah, it's not exciting.
More boy pussy. He stay with boy pussy around him. He ain't got no facial hair, just like our brother Shannon Sharp. I ain't saying that mean that you fuck with boy pussy, but real dark niggas with no facial hair, I don't know about that. That's all I'm trying to say. What I'm saying to y'all is this.
See, that's why I don't want y'all to get it. I don't want y'all to get it mistaken. Corin said he's going to be remembered for being a podcaster and not a comedian. Yes, that take isn't going to age well. No, that's not what I said. I said he's going to be remembered for being the controversial comedian who was on podcasts talking crazy about people, which is going to be linked to 5150 Show. It's not going to be linked to any of his specials. It's not going to be linked to any of clips of him doing certain jokes because he doesn't allow people to record any of his stand-up. He doesn't like his stand-up out there. So you ain't gonna have him posting up clips of him doing certain things like that because for one, I don't think he switches things up like that enough to be putting out clips like the rest of these comics be doing to try to, push their name forward. But it's not going, trust me, I understand. You love Corey because he's one of the greatest comedians of all time. But you have to understand, I understand public perception. I understand this internet shit. I understand YouTube. I understand what people look at the end of the day. What you're most popular for? What is Corey most popular for today and for the last how many years? The 5150 show. He is a very popular comedian, but he is most known to most people on the internet through 5150 show, which has been his outlet to get himself out there as a comedian, to get himself further out there as a comedian, and to build a cult fan base. So I mean, these are just facts. I don't even think he could disagree with that as much as big of an ego as he has. But that's because 5150 is his platform. So he should want to be remembered by something that was his. You're not taking anything away from him by saying that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not taking anything away from him as a comedian or anything like that just by saying that. It's just the facts.
The man is perpetrating a fraud to y'all, man. I'm not wrong about what I say. What I said right now is all facts. Us comedians keep a road wife, because ain't nothing out there but drama. Us singers, you keep a road wife. You got somebody to get you when the show is over. You don't want to be looking for strangers. So you have a road wife. Mr. Gaiman got boy pussy on the road with him. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying what they doing, but it's boy pussy with him. Everybody think I'm the motherfucker don't know what I'm talking about. Corey say that about everybody. And they misquote people on that show. They misquote people on that show. That boy said, I hate. I'm talking about the little flaming boy.
Right.
He said, I hate. I say stuff wrong. I always got beef with people. Let me tell you something, man. I got beef with liars and people who misquote on that show. They said you'll never be a headliner, Godfrey. Everybody know Godfrey headline. Nobody knew who Godfrey was till Tiffany Haddish put him on that little Netflix special. Tiffany Haddish got producer credit to put some guys on Netflix. She used Godfrey, Tony Woods. What's the other brother name? I forgot his name.
To me, that was some envious shit coming out. As much as Corey talk about people being jealous of him and wanting his spot, bringing up the Netflix shit with Tiffany Haddish, clearly he wanted to be one of those people on that stage. Corey feels left out. You can disagree with me all you want, but for somebody like Corey who believes in himself being one of the greats out here, and when I say that, I'm talking about things that he says. Do I believe Corey's one of the greatest comedians of all time? No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think Corey is a great comedian. I think he's super funny. I think that's undeniable, but I don't think he's one of the greats. He's not in my top 5. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't, like I said, it's subjective. It doesn't take away from anybody else's top 5 or who they believe Corey to be. I don't care if you believe Corey is one of the greats. I'm not going to argue you on that. You know what I'm saying? But it's very telling because he does feel left out. He feels like his talent and his ability to do certain things should get him indoors somewhere, have people at least consider him for certain things. So when you say certain, and there's certain ways you say things too, like, oh, had him on a little Netflix thing, calling it a little Netflix thing, like that wasn't a big deal. Like Netflix isn't a big platform. You calling it a little something this, little that. Those are little slick things that people say to try to degrade something or demean something. But at the end of the day, you see what's going on here. And do I believe he deserves those shots? Oh, hell yeah. I believe he deserves those shots. If people that can't even do half the things or even are half as funny as Corey go on these platforms, I truly believe he deserves that shot. But as you can see, fast forward, there's always been animosity or something there because clearly he don't like Tiffany Haddish either. So imagine if she would have gave him a shot and then fast forward now he's, sitting here blaming her for trying to conspire against him with TMZ. Who's my top 5? We gonna go Bernie Mac, Dave Chappelle, I'm trying to be right with this. It's not in order. Damn. Richard Pryor. I gotta put Richard in there. I want to say Eddie Murphy, but the fact that he only has a few specials, and he just kind of like left us with that. He's like, who did I compare him to, man? I compared him to somebody who only got a couple things and just left and didn't come back. I compared him to somebody, but I would have put him up there, but I can't do it. Damn. Oh, Martin, of course, Martin. And cause Martin is effortless. I love the just naturally funny motherfuckers. Naturally funny is always gonna win to me. And then I'm gonna say Jamie Foxx. That's to me. I know y'all gonna talk about me skipping legends right now, but hey man, I'm 33. I'm from a different era. I love. You know what? No. I'm taking Jamie Foxx out of there. I'm sorry, Jamie Foxx out of there. I'm putting Mike Epps up there. So yeah, Mike Epps is gonna be 5. So Bernie Mac, Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, Martin, and Mike Epps. I'll put those as 5. That's my 5 right there. And that's just my top 5. Let's see y'all top 5s. Put them in the chat. If you got a top 5, put them in. He said terrible list. Why? Because I'm not 45 talking about Red Fox and shit. Or talking about what y'all want me to do. What y'all want me to do? I'm only gonna talk about the people that I've laughed at the most. Shit. That's why I say comedy is subjective. That's why that shit is wild to me. Be like, oh, this is a horrible list. Oh, that's a horrible list. Oh, that's not a good top 5. Why? Because they're not funny. Oh, okay. All right.
Dang, goddamn. Tiffany Haddish put Flame on too. That was when she did.
It's not my top 5, so it's not good top 5.
The dude, he do impersonations too. Anyway, I like them guys, man. But that Tiffany Haddish helped Godfrey's career. She got him more notoriety when she put him on that. I think he burned bridges with her too. That's all I'm saying. I think he burned bridges with her. I don't know.
Gossip.
Matter of fact, I do know something. But I'm
gossip.
Telling you.
They be talking about gossip pages and they don't be gossiping, but you know, niggas be doing the shit because it's entertaining. They be trying to act like they not though.
Mr. Gaiman phony as hell. And he didn't want to say all that stuff that was said on his show. He got the little flaming boy.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about. You forgot Patrice O'Neal. No, you forgot Patrice O'Neal, nigga. Make your top 5, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about?
Way to do it.
You forgot somebody. That's on my list. Y'all niggas is crazy.
Because that's how he do. He don't got respect for us cutters. That's what they call us. He don't got respect, but he think he's so smart. You put that boy on there because y'all get frustrated. I don't dislike gay people. That's a rumor about me. I get along with everybody who keep it 100. If you keep it 100, whatever your thing is, like, if you a man in a dress, I think you insane. Now, Flame is somebody who I got mad respect for because me and Flame have a relationship where when we talk to each other, we don't lie to each other, which is really what builds real camaraderie amongst humanity, being straight up. So I talk about men in dresses, but Flame, I grab him out the game and be like, okay, homie, I'll take whatever he come with you.
Oh, this shit is fun. Niggas never use logic. It's fun. I like responding to certain shit. I have to respond to this. Corin Stevens said, plenty of top 5s with different combinations of people where people be like, yeah, that's a good top 5. So yeah, I don't know about that. So other people's opinions about top 5s is validating about top 5s. The people that have not heard about my top 5s to even give that opinion. The people that you saw say that they thought other people's top 5s were good, that never heard of mine or seen mine, that's a good basis for an argument. You'll be a horrible lawyer.
because you always keep it a buck with me. And I only expect the real to understand that. But Mr. Gaiman got a little
I love
boy
Ali Sadiq too.
on his show yapping, and he did it on purpose. He sent him off. One day, they was probably,
It's called a straw man.
what is it called?
It's a logical fallacy called a straw man. That's
Can you explain that?
straw man is an argument. So that dude is a figurative argument, and it's another point besides the point. It's something you put there to confuse people. So it's a misdirection.
This nigga got a definition for every goddamn thing.
So if you got a problem with somebody and it's a straw man argument, you're not gonna say the problem you have. You're gonna make up a problem.
Yeah. Hey, man, what's wrong? I'm your friend, Corey. What's wrong? All them people who up in age who don't never know what's wrong, them some fuck niggas. When you see a motherfucker 50 plus and he like, what? What are you saying? Oh, my God, look at you. You know what I'm saying, motherfucker. You phony, dog. You sent that boy off to talk crazy. I never had nobody up here talking crazy about somebody and not stand on it. I'm gonna be like, hold on, man. That's you can't do that up here because that's my man.
All right. Corin Stephen says you have strong top fives and weak top fives. To deny this would make you the horrible lawyer, bro. To deny that there are strong top fives and weak top fives. So what is weak about my top five? Let's hear it. Let's hear your opinion about why my top five was weak. Tell me why. Let's hear this. Let's see if you'll win this case. A subjective list. Let's see what is factual about your subjective list. Let's hear that. Let's hear it, brother.
Right.
This is gonna be
Even
incredibly
if you got
interesting.
some facts about him, this ain't the place to do it because I gotta make sure I hold my man down.
I don't. You know me. I keep it jokes. I don't never. Whenever I stay out of that. You know what I mean?
But look, sometimes this could happen when we up here. We talk every week, Craig. Sometimes you say some stuff. What's happening? What is that? I can't read all that.
Second paragraph. Read the first. That's a straw man.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
We sometimes we say something where it might clash.
Right.
But I'm saying I can't let you dog out somebody that's my man. I'll be like, Craig, that's my man, homie.
Right.
Want me to tell you why? I was on the phone with the brother on the show with Mr. Gaiman.
Right.
Dante, do you know when I said something about Mr. Gaiman? Dante was like, hold on now, Corey. Now you know, bro, that's my man. Dante got his back like you supposed to if you got somebody around you.
Straight up. Yeah.
But I know Mr. Gaiman. Do you think he treat them people fair? No, he don't.
Yeah.
Now, all of the stories ain't gonna come out until them relationships burn up. But Mr. Gaiman is a fuck nigga.
Oh,
You ain't gotta believe me. The people in his assembly are the ones that'll say that later on at another time. You wanna know who I am? Ask the people who be around me. That's where you get an accurate description of who a person is. Somebody who been around me. Go around, ask the people. Like that lady Tasha K went and found my baby mama from back out way in the day. What does she have to say about me? Nothing really. You know who she talked about?
Who?
Other women and all the stuff that she heard or could find or whatever. Man,
he said your own chat disagreed with your top five. Nobody said that's a solid top five. If a general consensus doesn't mean anything, then that's called coping. No, it's that people have their own top fives, dog. Like, why would people have to agree? That's the problem. Niggas are followers. Niggas want to agree with everybody. See, now you've just exposed yourself for being a nigga that just agrees with people because everybody else agrees. Oh, well, because nobody else said it, then you... I didn't say that for y'all to agree with me. I said it because that was mine. And then I said, put your own, and you still haven't put your own. You're still arguing or trying to come up with reasons why you don't like mine. Because you want me to have the same list as you. You want me to have the same top five or like the same people as you or laugh at the same people you laugh at. Once again, the nigga sitting next to you that you are representing is cooked. How could you even argue a subjective list? That's the whole point. I'm literally making you show me what's going on. he said you stressed out. Yeah, he said I'm coping. Coping with what? I'm sorry. There was somebody else comment I saw. Hey, let's shout out Benjamin Payton because he wanted some clout. He said, out of all comedians, this dude posting Corey's show for views and talking shit about him. Can't make this up. For a nigga that's a fan of a nigga that sits on his platform and talks shit about a bunch of people. You see why this shit is just dumb when people like the Corey sexuals be coming in here angry at me speaking facts and just me talking some real logical shit. And then bait themselves and make themselves get so beside themselves that they got to leave a comment that could easily be turned around on them. Then they got to answer the question, why you watch a nigga that talk shit about people all day? Jesus Christ, man. Y'all niggas is retarded, bro. Keith Adams said, I think it's funny that a lot of content creators use this show for content but complain about him. This is goofy. Do you see what I'm talking about? Thank you for proving my point once again, you stupid niggas. Y'all are stupid as hell. Y'all, the only reasoning for you to come here and leave a comment like that is because you are a fan of somebody and you don't like somebody disagreeing because you are a nigga that just says yes to everything this nigga says. You agree with everything this nigga says, so when somebody disagrees, it's oh, you guys are just using them for views. The fuck? The whole point of YouTube is to get views. Come on. What are you talking about? Y'all niggas retarded, man. Think. You better think. This should be, yeah, look, man. It's entertaining for me. I like doing that. He said coping wasn't the right word. I don't know. I like my list. I don't think I'm not gonna like my list because Corinne doesn't like it. That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna change it. I'm not a follower. I'm not somebody that's just gonna sit up there and like somebody else's list and be like, hey, that should be my list now because I like that list. Let me go ahead and adapt that list. I'm gonna go off of what I think I like. You know? I thought that was common sense. I didn't think I was supposed to not like my top 5 because other people didn't like it. That's just a stupid way to look at life. If somebody made you change your opinion on something you like because other people didn't like it, you're weird as fuck. I'm sorry, but you're weird as fuck. You're weird as fuck. Oh, we have another Corey sexual in here. You think Corey is the issue, but you trying to make money off him. Get more creative and get your weight up, little bitch. These niggas be seething, typing with their face, mad as hell, sweating, crying. Mad as hell. What are you doing? Why are you talking about Corey? Why are you talking about my God? Why are you talking about the man that I worship? Why are you talking about the man that I want to be? I aspire to grow up to be like Corey. Why are you talking about him? Leave Corey alone. They like that little punk ass nigga that was talking about leave Britney alone. Leave Courtney alone. Leave him alone. Why are you talking about Corey? Y'all some grown ass niggas mad as hell about a nigga on YouTube having fun talking about fucking subjects that other people want to hear. You niggas is weird. Keith Adams said, first, I'm not a nigga. Yeah, you's a nigga. You should have never told me you wasn't a nigga. Now I'm going to call you nigga every single time, nigga. Keith Adams. Your name is Nigga Adams now. Little bitch. Little Adams. Little nigga Adams. He said, first off, I'm not a nigga. Yes, you are. You's a nigga. You's a dumb nigga at that. God damn. If there was any nigga you want to be any other nigga in the world. You decided to be a dumb nigga. Come on. He said, bro, you need Corey for money. What money? You think I survive off Corey Holcomb? This shit is for fun. Y'all niggas mad that I will make anything for fun off Corey. Just by talking about the motherfucker. People want to come here and listen to it. You mad about that? If I was sitting here with 5 people watching me not monetized, y'all niggas would be nowhere near here. But y'all mad because people like to hear what I like to say about the situation. I don't know. There's you say do the Reaper voice. This dumbass nigga, Shanwan Si Tong, sound like a Korean dish made out of pit bull. Reaper keep it one of that. Or whatever. Oh Lord Jesus. Oh, I love it. Keith, use a nigga. I'm gonna make sure to remind you use a nigga. If you send me your address, I'll send you a shirt with nigga on it. Oh shit. All right. Let's get to it.
Thorough, G. I'm thorough, G. I got some flaws about me.
Wait. More Corey sexual logic. So you doing this for free? That's gay. Well, by your logic, you're in the comment section for free, commenting, trying to defend another grown man that you don't know or who wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire. That makes you a flaming homosexual. Good God, you niggas is too easy.
What? I ain't scared of none of them.
You too easy, man. And you're helping the platform. Y'all niggas thought y'all was coming here and doing something wrong. I'm making sure y'all keep replying because y'all dumb niggas help the channel. You're helping me, stupid. You're helping. You are in the chat helping while trying to talk shit. You look dumb as hell. And y'all gonna forever look dumb as hell when you enter the comment section, when you enter the chat, and you help the channel that you don't want to succeed. Yes, it is fun. It should be fun to you. You dumb motherfucker. You are helping. Keep typing. Do not block him. Keep him here. Do not block him.
I do. I'm scared of. I'm supposed
Niggas
to be
is
not
stupid,
like
man.
About a mark.
They don't know how this
nigga.
YouTube shit works.
That's how we said where I'm from. That mark ass nigga. Hey, didn't Ice Cube say that on the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mark.
Buster.
Right.
Yeah, buster ass
I'm
mark.
supposed to be hated by the buster motherfucker. What did he do? Corey always mad at somebody. They not supposed to like me. Them suckers. I stand for speaking the truth. And if
He said, I'm trying to show you respect, black, brown man. You trying to show respect. Let's see where the respect started. He said, I think it's funny that a lot of content creators use this show for content but can't complain about him. This is goofy. Thanks for the respect, nigga Adams. I didn't ask for it. Shut the fuck up. You stupid motherfucker. I was trying to show some respect. Shut up, nigga Adams. We don't care about your respect.
somebody say I'm not telling the truth, that's how you get up.
Congratulations, Corin, by the way. Congratulations. Everybody say congratulations to Corin for having a solid top 5. Did you succeed at changing my top 5, or did you just succeed at having a top 5 that people like? Tell me which part of it was rewarding to you.
Under my nerve. If you say I lied on somebody, or I lie on myself, or lie for myself to make myself look bigger than I am. I don't lie about who I am. I don't hate nobody, but I call you on your shit. And if you are a man who sleep with men, I will joke about it all day long. See, I think Mr. Gaiman mess with women for aesthetic reasons.
Not the aesthetic.
He really like prosthetics in his ass.
Hey, look, nigga Adams is mad. He said, dude, I guarantee you wouldn't say this to my face. I'll block myself. You should have never commented in the first place, you stupid nigga Adams. Now niggas mad. Now you feel like you being attacked. I didn't ask you to come here. I bet you wouldn't say that to my face. Probably not, because I live in Minnesota. I don't know where you live. But I'm not going to come where you live just to tell you to your face that you nigga Adams. I'm telling you right now. You are nigga Adams. All right? Sweet. Now that we got that out of the way.
But I'm just saying, I ain't gonna say what I know for sure, because I don't know much but what I see. And what I see, he keep boy pussy around him. I'm done with it. I don't expect y'all to get in that because I don't want y'all to have to, be looking weird when y'all.
He said, I'll never buy equipment to talk about another man. Yeah, my sole purpose when I bought recording equipment to make music was to talk about another man. I know you're trying your hardest. You're really trying your hardest, but it does not work. You are here helping this channel push forward and be pushed into the algorithms where more people can see it while talking about me having equipment to talk about another man. Corey just bought new equipment last night to talk about gay people. How do you feel about that? Shun Wan Shi Tong. How do you feel about that? Brand new microphones, brand new equipment. I bet you what is he going to say? Oh, because he's a boss. He's a boss, so he bought new equipment to talk about the gays. You niggas are slow as a bucket of water.
No. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I mean, you a man, ain't you? You ain't worried about it either way. But what I'm saying is, Darlene is trying to stay neutral. Even though she can't, she should have figured that out. If you're around me, you're not neutral. You see how these people treat you. Have you ever done something to them?
No, but I
Did you
have
see how
not-
they treat you?
But I haven't seen his reaction. I don't know yet. So, see, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but there is a good majority that does kind of take it out on me just because I'm on the show with Corey.
I ain't finna bite my tongue for none of these suckers.
As you shouldn't. As you shouldn't.
This how
That's
I
who
make
you are.
a living telling the truth.
That's who you are.
Telling the truth and stating my opinion. If you don't agree with me, I understand. I ain't mad at you. But dude, keep boy pussy around him. I want to see
Hey,
you
look,
make
look,
that.
look.
Try to turn that
Another
into
one
a lie.
crawled right up from under Corey's
Try
nuts.
to turn that into a lie. Always got boy pussy with him.
More,
On the road.
more of them. As soon as you start talking about them, they start coming through the cracks like crackheads. Corey crackhead sexuals. This channel's trash. I feel like if I'm right, then I'm right. You and Corey gay. Hey, he said, Keith Robinson said, I think the channels who use 5150 content are fans of Corey, but they offer pushback to the hypocrisy because if you call him out on his show, it will be a problem. Keith Robinson. Keith Robinson is somebody who understands that Corey is a very popular topic. Keith Robinson also understands that when people talk about Corey and our objective, seems like more people tune in because there's more people that are objective than you think than just fanboys who agree with everything that Corey says and are people that worship Corey Holcomb. Now, this platform has been built on the fact that people like to hear my commentary about things that happen. This was a fan channel. This is a fan of a channel that was a fan of 5150 show with a space where people can come and have dialogue. That's why we don't get people up out of here when they don't agree with me or they talk crazy or whatever the case may be, because this is a space for everybody to speak how they want to speak or say what they feel about the show. It's like a thing where the fans come through. It's like Discord. It's like a live Discord. Niggas have Discords. Y'all don't go on there saying, oh, there's a whole channel here. People have spaces or have whole groups on Twitter where they talk about main points. And this is one of those spaces. And niggas is mad because they not the ones doing it. They feel like they gotta have they gotta hear somebody agree with Corey all the time because they don't have a mind of their own. They need Corey. Corey is their daddy. The nigga that didn't have a daddy around him, they need Corey to be their daddy because they listen to everything he says and follow his. It's like the guys from Fresh and Fit. You know how they got those fans that try to back them every step of the way, like, oh yeah, we believe in them and in the red pill community, and yeah, they need Corey. That's their daddy. That's why they sit up here and come into the comment section as his nut huggers and just say stupid ass shit that you can reverse on them with the quickness, but they just weird.
Oh, I'm lonely. What room you in? I'm on my way.
It's not flip-flopping. If I don't have a problem with somebody, what am I going to do? Just go along? Then people would say, oh, she's just going along with Corey. So you can't win for nothing.
Hey, wait. The nigga that I told that it helps this channel to continue to comment in the chat just told me I'm not smart because I'm going back and forth with him, and that proves it. No, you're going back and forth with me. You are helping me.
Be yourself and take those. You're gonna get all these.
You can't
different,
win with stupid
opinions from
niggas,
people.
man.
Who cares?
They killed
Can't
Martin
care.
Luther King, and he wasn't doing nothing but preaching good.
See?
Look what they did to Jesus.
Always gonna have a
Man,
problem.
They kill all of you. They
Yeah.
kill
Hey, if Corey didn't talk about homosexuals every Tuesday and who he's beefing with, and talk about dogging women every Wednesday, where do you think the 5150 show would be, Mr. Shun Wong Chi Tong? Come on, stupid. It's called an algorithm, man. It's called an algorithm. If you're in the algorithm, that's what happens. The algorithm of mine caters to 5150. So yes, this is what I talk about, because people like to come here and help this channel, like yourself.
Everybody who got the courage to stand up and tell the truth, you're gonna be.
He loves
Is the
it.
word persecuted?
He said, hey, you tried to call a nigga gay, but you in the chat wanting attention from another man. Here we go again. Now niggas look, you can't help but look stupid. I keep going because this is great for the channel. This is great for this platform. And especially for niggas that come here wanting another man's attention, talking about another nigga's gay. Say, you want me to engage with you? Do you have a wife? Do you have a girlfriend? Are you at least texting another woman right now? What is wrong with you, dog?
Pretty
Yeah,
much,
persecuted.
Niggas is-
martyred.
You're
Niggas
gonna
is
be
weird.
turned into something bad, but I'm telling you, everything I said tonight does not have a lie to it. We expect you to go find somebody who ain't got nothing to get up and talk about Corey.
You know
We
what?
expect you to do that because you won't do it. Because you know I ain't even coming out the bag with all I know yet. Boy,
Niggas sound gay
Mr.
as hell. You
Gaming,
giving me
I
your
ain't
attention.
even came out the bag with
Hey,
what I know about you.
Chill.
I say this.
Hey, time him out now. You got to get timed out, because now it seems like you trying to flirt. Time him out. Just time him out. Don't block him. Don't send him out of here. Just time him out, because now this nigga flirting. Yeah. No,
It's
I'm
you
good.
keep boy pushing
I'm good.
on you. I'm sorry, Craig.
I'm
What
good.
you say, brother?
No, you know, I think
I
it's
am good.
interesting that, you know, this is just a question I'm posing. I don't believe it no way, like in any direction. But if there's nothing wrong with being gay, why do people get mad when you expose them for being that way?
Well, I had a conversation with that boy on the phone.
Who?
That boy who talking crazy about me on
from-
Mr. Gayman's show.
Right.
And his whole thing was, if you are gay, why do people don't like you and all like that? And I was explaining to him. He said, why you hate and all that. I was like, who have I ever said I hate? I don't hate you because you have the urge to get rotted out. I don't hate you because of that. In fact, I pray for you. You have a disorder. That thing what Craig said earlier, it stopped being a disorder.
Hysteria? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, somebody look it up. When did they take that off the books?
1980.
1980. I'm talking about when they said, because
That
at
it was
one
a
time they
mental.
used to put you in the crazy house if you a man sleeping with a man.
man.
All that. I don't know
Right.
nothing about
When did
that.
they take
Niggas just sent me a picture of this nigga, man. Why?
that off the books? Can we find that out? But I pray for your urges to penetrate your brother. I don't think that you.
That's incest, Corey. That's
I pray that you. What's that meme? I'm not gay no more. I've been delivered.
Oh, in the church. In the church.
That's
yeah.
I pray
insane.
that you.
1973.
When is it?
The American Psychiatric Association removed homosexuality from its list of mental illnesses in 1973.
Lawrence versus Texas. Wow.
Okay, so at one time they used to put you in the asylum for that.
Right.
This is all real, but you know what I'm saying? They hustling that now. It's part of the agenda. It's part of the agenda
Agenda.
to do things to people. But this is what I want to talk about on the show with Craig and Darlene.
Hold up. Nah. I gotta play this part before I go. I've gotten too far ahead of myself. I have to talk about this before we go. So after all that talk about gay this, gay that, backdooria this, backdooria that, boo-booic plague, all that shit, I want y'all to hear why he loves Flame Monroe.
You can't help but try me when you get down like that. Please let me say this. I got a homie that I talked to on the phone today that I don't want to say their name because
It's
you know what?
Flame.
Fuck it. I've talked about my admiration for Flame.
How you admire someone you say is mentally ill. Anyway, I want to respond to August Lee said, grown ass men will argue with you over this man's opinion. It's strange. Look, man, the thing about it is I've always been clear about what I do over here. If anybody comes in late, it's not my problem. That's why I be just like talking shit, because I don't want to keep explaining every single time what's going on over here. I feel like anybody that's been over here for a while understands it, and it's like tiring. So now I just be talking shit and having fun with it. My opinion has never swayed Corey's opinion, and it doesn't matter what I say over here. My opinion doesn't matter at all. Corey's going to continue to believe what he believes. He's going to think what he thinks, and he's going to move the way he wants to move because he's a grown-ass man. And nothing I do over here dictates anything that happens on 5150. This is just purely just a space where people come to talk about what's going on. And there's plenty of spaces like this. There's plenty of people that put out videos talking about Corey or putting up reaction videos. This is YouTube, man. This is YouTube. That's what it is. I don't know what else to tell them. Like, I don't know what y'all want me to do. Y'all want me to, like, feel bad about it or something? Y'all want me to, like, feel ashamed? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. Am I supposed to feel bad for talking about this shit? It's what YouTube is for. The same way he can go on his platform and talk about any and everything. I can talk about this anytime I want. But because somebody who you take their word as the word of God, you know what I'm saying? How else are you supposed to, like, react to somebody who just look like, especially when somebody famous is involved? I'm not famous. I'm not famous. So that plays another factor. They see Corey, he's famous, he's well known, he's a popular topic, so they feel like they got to ride for him. That's cool. You can do that. You're entitled to do that. But that's not going to change my opinion. That's not going to change what I do over here. Clearly, I haven't stopped talking about it. And nobody's going to make me stop talking about it. It's a public platform and it's a popular topic. And it just so happens that people want to hear my opinion on it, whether they be here all the time or whether they just showed up. That's it.
Right.
I got love for Flame. Flame is a man who goes through whatever he goes through, and he gets it worse than anybody. You want me to tell you why? Because Flame doesn't go around talk about, I'm a woman. Flame, no, I'm a man who dressed like a bitch. Flame is aware of that. And his community turns on him. So he got double turmoil. Double turmoil. But as me and Flame talk, get comfortable around each other, when I talked to him last time, Flame said, okay, well, I'll talk to you later, Big Corey. And I was like, hey! Now, does that sound like I'm being petty when he said Big Corey?
No, because you guys.
I mean, I didn't yell at him like that, but I was like.
Because I think she knows that he threw that at you. Like, he's being funny.
It's just like back in the day when I was 22, 23 years old, and we was doing the comedy contest, and he was like, Corey, would you help me with this dress? Everybody helped him with the dress.
Right.
And later on, it became a running joke.
Yeah.
it is my opinion that if I allow Flame to keep calling me Big Corey,
It's gonna turn into.
it's going to get
like, "Hey,
worse.
playing too much."
So it's
Look at him laughing and giggling because he really deep down he liked that shit.
not hate.
I
it's
think he
just
liked that shit.
I have to make sure.
Let me pitch you Corey Sexuals off. He liked that shit. That's why. He had to tell him to ease up because he felt like he was going to enjoy that too much. That's why he told Flame, no, don't call me Big Corey no more. I like that too much, and I'm not supposed to be attracted to your kind.
My brother is in line when he talking to me so we can continue to have love and respect for each other. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm saying it in a way where the lames can understand.
No, I mean, in a square way, that's called boundaries. Good people respect other people's boundaries.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
so a lot of, and to me, your overall thesis or your overall argument with this perspective on people secretly being gay is when somebody is keeping a secret, they can cross boundaries that they wouldn't necessarily be able to cross if they were telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So it's more just it's more allowing a human being the comfortability to be who they are outwardly. So if you're not comfortable being who you are outwardly, and I am, it's not fair for you to be around me because you're not taking the same risk. You're not living in the same truth. So why would I put myself in a position of danger if you're secretly homosexual or secretly anything that where if I knew about it, we wouldn't even be in the same vicinity? You
So
know
the
what I'm
ones
saying?
that are outwardly gay are safer than the ones who hide their
Right.
gay.
Anybody that's lying about who they are and keeping it a secret in an effort to manipulate people's perception of who they really are, they're not a good person.
These motherfuckers stupid. They talk about Flame gonna turn me out. Y'all
That's
stupid.
funny as hell.
You know,
And the only
And that's the comment he paid attention to because that's that subconscious, you know. Your subconscious is wild. You pay attention to what grabs your interest. I don't care who you are. Even if it's something that somebody said about you that's false, because it's false, it's going to grab your interest because you don't want nobody to put nothing bad on your name. And out of all the comments, you got 10K plus people in the chat watching you live with all the hundreds of comments scrolling down the screen simultaneously. The one that caught your eye. Come on. Come on. Come on. Also, this is a true statement right here. Why can Corey be friends with Flame, but Godfrey can't be friends with Akeem Woods and take him on tour and give him a chance to try to go out there and do his comedy thing? He gotta be having him as a road wife. Forget the fact that Godfrey could have something on the line in every city because he's been touring for so many years. He probably got a girl in every city he tours to. You forget about that. If you travel so much, like Corey contradicted himself. When you travel, you can get a girl here, you can get a girl there. But then when you bring somebody on the road with you, come on, man. You gotta the logic is off because he doesn't like them, which is understandable. You're gonna be hypocritical when you don't like somebody. And that's the part that people got it missed when I talk about these certain things, because I'm also understanding of why he says the things that he says when he's pissed off. Because we've all been pissed off before and said some shit that we can contradict ourselves or be hypocritical about. But because we don't like that person, it's gonna come out that way. Okay, Noon. Is Godfrey fucking Akeem? Let's see if Noon says yes or not. And then let's ask Noon how Noon knows. Well, because Corey said it. Stupid ass. How you gonna call somebody else an idiot and then turn around and insinuate that somebody else, the reason why they can be called that thing is because they're actually doing something just because another nigga said you did? Let's hear it. Let's hear the reasoning. How you know Corey didn't give Flame back shots? Because he said he didn't? Well, Godfrey said he isn't gay. But guess what? Y'all still gonna believe it because Corey said it. That's the point. Like, y'all niggas be mindless and brainless following ass dweebs saying the dumbest shit in the world that'll make you look stupid as hell. Oh, it's okay for Corey, but it's not okay for them because Corey said that it's different. You ain't hear from nobody else. Ain't nobody. How I know he not? Well, I don't know if he's not. That's the whole point. We don't know. Stupid motherfucker, we don't know. How you know he's not? The same reason why I don't know he is. We don't know this nigga. So you're not more valid because you heard a comedian say that he is, because he had somebody gay on his tour. Corey Stevens says, is it being hypocritical or is it a false equivalency? Corey ain't around Flame like Godfrey is around Akeem. Because Godfrey is actually not ashamed to be a friend, to be friends with him. Clearly. He doesn't have some weird fixation on what Akeem does in the bedroom or not. Do you get it? Like, that's the whole point. And then Corey just said he talked to Flame the other night. He clearly talks to Flame frequently. He says he's got a lot of love and admiration for Flame. So why can't it be the same for Godfrey just because he brings him on tour? I don't get it. Trauma says, all they doing is making me think Corey effing Flame, to be honest. I don't think he is, man. That's just wild. Okay, Noon says, you the lame with dumb statements throughout your little show. Oh yeah, totally dumb. Yeah, just dumb. You're taking another man's word for something, and I'm dumb. Yeah, I'll be dumb then. I would totally take that as me being dumb. I'll run with it. I love being dumb then. I love it. I embrace it. Stone Bandit said, Godfrey has more credibility than Corey. Godfrey always stands up for the culture when things go soft. Okay. August Lee said, if you watch actually 5150, you've definitely heard Corey apply his own gay logic to himself multiple times. I mean, you would think the Corey sexuals would know that, but they turn a blind eye to it because they laugh it off because they really just like that nigga. Keith Robinson said, it's funny because comedians are really some of the most sensitive people on earth and are not good at any type of relationship, whether it be marriage, friendships, or coworkers. Trauma says, W2F, man, I didn't want that image in my brain, not being cartoonish. Brelly says, maybe Corey has info. Well, I mean, are you going to take somebody's word for them maybe having info? You going to run with that because somebody said they might have info? Like, who are we grown here or are we not? That's what I mean by brainless followers. Corey can say, well, I know some things, but I can't say it. That's like that's the most go-to tactic for somebody that wants other people to believe what he's saying. What stopped Corey from giving out that information? He's been going hard on Godfrey the past couple weeks. What made him not do it? Why wouldn't he he's saying he's telling you that Godfrey's basically gay. Why would he tell you how he knows that? What would he be afraid of? To get sued? It can't be defamation if it's true, right? Isn't that what y'all said? Ain't this the whole point of defamation? It can't, if like when we were talking about the Will Smith shit, y'all said Corey was justified because he has inside information, or the nigga Bilal was saying shit, and it can't be, they haven't sued because if it's defamation, or if it only in defamation, it has to be true, right? You have to have proof, right? And they ain't suing because there's probably proof, right? So give me the proof. How do y'all know Godfrey is smashing Akeem Woods on the road besides what you just heard from Corey last night? I'm not responding to Noon. Noon is dumb as hell. Noon has like a neurological issue. It's like it only clicks when you speak about Corey. Something's wrong with that nigga. Y'all assuming and running with it. Running with what? Logic? I don't know if he is or not. That's all I'm saying. JDR says, not saying Godfrey is gay, but I wouldn't trust in the closet niggas around me either. Well, luckily enough, Akeem isn't in the closet, so I don't even know what that was. I don't even know what that was for, because the niggas clearly is very, very out there. He's very out, very much so out. So I don't think Godfrey has anything to worry about there if he's a straight male and isn't worried about anything, because this nigga's gonna go do his own gay thing with his own gay individuals. I mean, I'm just assuming, you know. I don't go for. I'm not saying what's fact or not. Kenny Mack said, "What and who is Corey doing to get his info?" Hey man, I don't know. People, I mean, look, it's obvious that people talk. It's very obvious that people in Hollywood talk. A lot of people have been in rooms. A lot of people have been around a lot of people. And it's, I mean, clearly Hollywood is a place where you can't really keep secrets. So it's not that you can't fully rule out whether or not Corey has information about some shit, because he very well could have. But until he gives that information, you can't just run with it because he said that. You can't just run with it just because he said, well, I got some information, but I don't want to put it out there. Keith Robinson says, defamation if you know it's not true and you spread it anyway. It's defamation if you know it's not true and you spread it around. Yes, if Corey doesn't have actual information about Godfrey and Akeem Woods smashing, Godfrey could sue him for defamation for putting that out there. He could do it now. He wouldn't even need him to drop his proof. The fact that he put that out there, you're defaming his character and making people believe he's something who he said he's not. Godfrey has already said he's not. He's already explained all this stuff on his show. So all they would have to do is pull up video of him talking about how he's not, pull up video of Corey saying he is, and then Corey would have to actually at that point present proof. And if I'm gonna take a guess and assume, he's gonna have to pull up receipts from these New York people who he's brought up a couple times. He brought up people in New York with Donnell Rawlings, with saying that with insinuating that Donnell be off the drugs, and now he's saying that he knows some people from New York that said that they know that Godfrey knew one of his other people who he was on tour with was gay. So Corey be getting third-hand, fourth-hand information from people, and then he runs with it without getting confirmation. I don't know if he goes to talk to these people that this information is being said. Because in my opinion, if you solid and you cool with a nigga and you hear some shit about them from other people, from third parties, I would go to the guy that I'm cool with and say, hey, these people over here saying this and saying that about you. You know about this? If that's your guy, if that's your man's, if y'all came up together, I mean, if somebody, like you would want somebody, I believe Corey would want the same thing to happen. If somebody came to Craig saying, oh, I heard this about Corey doing this and that over here with this nigga and that nigga, he would hope that Craig would come to him and be like, hey, you know, so-and-so, they over here saying this about you, saying that about you. Corey don't do that with people because he holds that information for a day when things can go left and he can use it against them. To me, that sounds like snake activity. That's all. August Lee said 5150 was progressively gotten gayer in content over the years. JDR says, sir, are you okay with super flamboyant men around you? They don't do shit to me. If people are scared that they gonna turn gay because a super flamboyant nigga is around you, then you already gay, man. Like, I'm not afraid, and then I don't actively go out seeking to hang out with people from that community either. Like, I'm not like, hey, I'm not calling up gay friends and be like, hey, y'all trying to meet up and go here, or like go to play. Like, you know what I'm saying? If there was just somebody that just so happened to be there, I'm not finna feel uncomfortable and walk away because I'm not paying attention to him. Like, that's not on my mind. I'm not. If you over there watching a nigga that's gay and you not gay, it's kind of weird. Why are you even paying attention? Oh my God, here we go again. Noon says, you trying to sound intelligent, but you're not. You don't even know if I'm a fan of Corey. You're just a cornball thinking you're supposed to defend some shit you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Cool. I'm giving my opinion on something that I don't believe is fact. You came here trying to defend something that you don't know is fact, but somehow you believe that your opinion is more valid than mine. That's very weird. You shouldn't live that type of life. You should think freely and understand that people can have their own opinions about things. And it's not about me trying to be intelligent. It's the fact that you sounded stupid, and I had to call that out. And if you're not a fan of Corey, why would you be here defending Corey? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Mickey Love says, maybe that's why Godfrey ain't giving Corey no pushback, because he knows Corey knows something. Hey, that could be true too. I thought about that myself. I thought about the fact that he's bowing out. He's been bowing out and saying that he don't want no problems, even though Corey is disrespecting the hell out of him. Maybe Corey does know something, and he don't want that to get out. And he's trying to take the easy route out, you know. Maybe so. Money Mar says, all right, GMS, now you encouraging people to get the law involved. Now you choosing sides and making it personal. How am I encouraging anybody to get the law involved by saying that Corey should probably watch saying certain things so he won't get sued? How am I encouraging that? I'm clearly not encouraging that. You gotta listen outside of the 5150 ears. Money Mar, you are the person that will defend Corey to no end, no matter what the subject is. I know your game. I've seen your game. It's not gonna work here. I did not encourage anybody to sue anybody. I'm encouraging niggas not to get sued, because you have to prove something for it not to be defamation. So he shouldn't be saying that he knows certain things but not putting it out there, and then leaving an assumption out there for the public, or no, leaving a perception and leaving a narrative for the public to believe. That's just common sense. That's just common sense. Belly says, you have a thing for Corey. All of your content is of him. Why? There's a thing called algorithms, B. Relly. I've said this before. I want you to listen as well. I want you to take the nut out of your ears as well, provided by Corey Holcomb himself. And I need you to understand that YouTube works with algorithms. So when you come here, you know that the algorithms are catering to 5150 content. So most people pull up when I talk about Corey Holcomb in 5150 or things surrounding 5150. It's called an algorithm, which is why you see most channels catering to a certain algorithm and catering to a certain niche. That's why Corey does what he does. And you guys ask why he talks about gay people all the time and gets into beef with people all the time, because that's his algorithm. That's what he is known for. That is what pushes his content forward. You go to the Joe Budden podcast, they're known for having continuous arguments between each other. They're known for having a big panel of people that can sit and disagree on certain things, and it's easy to watch. You go to Flagrant 2, what do? They push the line. That's their niche. You got to understand what algorithms are, my guy. And we talk about plenty more things on this channel. It's just that most people come here for that. I don't know why I have to explain that, but a lot of people don't know how YouTube works. Yes, yes. He said, you said Godfrey could sue Corey if he wanted to. Yes, I said that because that's obvious. You can't just put shit just the same way. Like, that's my point. The same way Corey is suing Tasha K. And I bet you're going to say, well, you're going to sound like Red from Friday. Well, that was different. No, it's because he knows that there is something not true about what she put out there about him. And now he's trying to serve her and sue her for defamation. So a person that is currently suing somebody from defamation should understand that they shouldn't put things out there without giving proof. That's all I'm saying. He said, did nigga Adams really block himself? Yes, he did. Dwayne, we got blocked out. Are we still here? Are we good? I think we got blocked out. Oh no. Are we still here? Is the chat still up? Am I still good? Dallas said, these are really dumb niggas. Don't play their games on this chat. I'm trying. I mean, it's interesting because I I deal with logic, so I just, some of these comments are very just surprising to me sometimes, even though I know how they move. Because a lot of people don't think with logic when they blindly follow somebody, because they're only focused on trying to agree with them or trying to support them or defend them. But it's like, it looks too crazy for me not to say anything, Stone Band said, Corey said all Hollywood is gay, and yet he still lives in Cali and not Chicago. Chappelle don't live in Cali. He lives in Ohio, and he is a comedian. I added that Ohio part for reference. Why don't Corey leave Sodom and Gomorrah? Must like the company there. I don't know. Maybe he can't. I was about to say maybe he can't afford it. Man, it's way more expensive out there. Maybe he should be leaving. Holy. Hitman 211 said, that's why I have variety page, so I don't have to talk about subject matter that I don't want to. People try to use that as a lame excuse. Oh, why do you talk about 5150 all the time? Because motherfucker, it's traction. Like, the algorithms cater to that. You think I want to talk about this shit all the fucking time? You think I want to do this shit all the time? It's catered to the algorithms, and I fuck with y'all too. Like, it's a lot of people in the chat, man. There's a lot of people that, we kind of grew this little space together, and I'll be damned if I treat it like like it ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the people that come here and have dialogue, even the people that don't agree. Even if you don't agree with me or think I'm some type of hate channel, if you come here and want to have a real like back and forth, we can disagree. We don't have to get disrespectful. It's just a lot of people start off with disrespectful shit. Like nigga Adams came in here talking about some goofy shit. It's like, no, you don't start out with that and just say, I tried to come here respectful. Like, no, that's some Corey logic. You don't start off saying some bullshit, getting disrespectful, and then say you tried to start with respect. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Y'all niggas is slow. And y'all niggas do not think, bro. Trauma said they don't even try to go at him either. They try to tiptoe around him now and just ignore him, which is kind of on the worse than death side of the game to some. Justin Furlow said if Corey lost money from what Tasha K said, then he has a legal basis for a claim. He's still a bitch ass nigga, but legally he could win. Yeah. Pride Time said Corey says he's not insecure but is afraid to wear his gray hair, but talks about Godfrey shaving his face. Yeah, he said if you got a naked face, you definitely weird. Hitman says a lot of the ISO niggas be a little weird and use black and white fight or flight syndrome. Never oversimplify, never ever explain. That's true. Copacetic said at this boring ass baby doctor appointment. Nikki Love said Corey is a hot topic, good, bad, or indifferent. That is a fact. Okay, here we go. Zone 4 Life says, you have some weird people on here. These people are trying to run your show. You are doing a great job being objective. Good work. Nah, they're not trying to run it. I truly do enjoy the back and forth with people that come in here saying shit. And it's, it is what it is. We have good conversations back and forth, and then it's fun to see the people, like, because a lot of people think that there's like a win in this. Like, oh yeah, like I'm in the chat and I'm saying a bunch of shit and yeah, I won. Like, no, you're contributing to a platform that you don't agree with or like, and opposite of what I'm doing, because we don't want to see 5150 fail. We don't want to see Corey go down. We don't want to see him fail or lose money or be sued for defamation. We don't want to see his career going to the shitter. So we continue to be a small percentage of help in the algorithm to continue to push his platform forward, because a lot of the major news outlets, a lot of major platforms just started talking about Corey over the past few years. Do you think that was because Corey just by himself on the 5150 show did that? No, it was because of the several platforms that helped push that shit forward and make it a more of a popular topic. If nobody was posting clips on social media, if these places weren't putting up Instagram posts or Twitter posts or TikTok posts, do you think as many people will be talking about Corey? No, that's how this shit works. He can sit there and tell y'all all day that he don't need people to talk about him. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It goes for all platforms. You want to know why ESPN is so successful? Because they are a main spot where people go to watch sports news. And people continuously talk about, and people continuously go there because it's entertaining. The same way that people will continuously pop up to 5150, regardless if they agree with Corey or not, because it's entertaining. That's the one piece that will continue to bring people to that platform, because it's entertaining. You can be pissed about some shit he said. It don't matter. It's entertaining. And it's going to continue to be entertaining because it's controversial, and controversy sells. Drama sells. He's not going to lose fans. He's not going to lose people at his shows. All this stuff helps him. All of it. Money Marsh said, most of the people in this chat are from a different generation, and I grew up with best friends and brothers and sisters who are backdooring, and it's normal to them. Corey isn't from y'all sweet era. How do you know that? That's another, see, this is what I'm saying. How do you know that? What makes you believe that most of the people in this chat are from a different generation? Most of these people actually, because, you know, I have the analytics here. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and look at this. I want you to see this. What's the analytics? What's my audience? Let's see. What's the age range? 30.3% of my channel is of the ages 45 and 54. 11% is of 55, 64. 3% of 65 plus. 34.7% 35 to 44 years old. So no, I don't think that it has anything to do with what generation these people grew up in. I just honestly feel like you will defend Corey to no end. And it's okay, because I fuck with you. I fuck with you nonetheless. And you know this. I accept you, Money Mar, and you are needed here. You are needed. Corey definitely needs you here. You are the voice of the voiceless. I respect it. But that's the demographic. And that's across all of this. Lives and videos. Most of the people that watch my channel are 35 and above. We don't have nobody that's in here from a sweet generation. I just had to put that out there. I'm glad you brought that up, because it gave me an excuse to show people that, because I've seen that type of comment before, but I've never pulled up my analytics in that way. Shout out to Jesus Ramirez. I hope you are legal, my brother, because we do not want you to get the plunger, man. And I'm saying that with all due respect and love, because I've been praying for some of y'all out here, man. They've been trying to round niggas up out here, and I see names like that. I just want you to be on your A game, brother. GMS Real Talk. Thank you for the 10 in the super chat, by the way. He said, GMS Real Talk, do you think Corey has mental illness? He also lies a lot. By the way, rewatch the Craig Fax saga where you play the video of old boy touching that girl. Oh shit. Yeah, man, that was crazy. Do I think he has a mental illness? No, I think something is wrong with him as far as just like certain traumas and things that he's went through. But I don't think he has a mental illness. I just think he's strongly convicted in how he feels. And as a man, I think that he's gonna stand on and believe in what he believes in, and he's not gonna change that for nobody, even if it comes to being, hypocritical or even even contradicting, in which we all are as humans. We do that. Nikki Love said Corey is old school and he believes in those back in the day values. Oh yeah, okay. I gotta end this. All right, I got some things I gotta do, but I'm gonna read some of y'all comments before I get out of here. Corey is old school and he believes in those back in the day values that men should not be gay, women should listen more and talk less, and that real men run their household, and he stands on it. Yep. And there's nothing wrong with that. You believe in what you believe in. This is America, baby. You do this. They they told you this, you believe in what you want, what you want to believe in. As long as you ain't doing nothing illegal, you can believe whatever you want to believe. Trauma says he needs to talk to a therapist and he can keep that shit to himself. He said going to therapy is gay. I think he said that. So I don't think he's ever gonna see a therapist ever in life. I have a fake social. They will never catch me. GMS, you heard? Oh shit! I should have said that out loud. Run, amigo, run, papi chulo, run, man, run, man. Hey, stay on the run, man. Stay on the run, man. I don't want you getting caught, man. I don't want you getting caught, man. You stay where you stay, and you keep moving. You keep moving. Vámonos, arriba, arriba. You go straight that way, man. I don't want to see. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to see nothing. You keep running. You keep getting out of the way. You get out of the way, and you do not get caught. Fuck ICE, man. Fuck ICE. Everybody put the F ICE in the chat. Put F ICE in the chat for my man, for my amigo. Please, please, Jesus, please save yourself. All right. Pride Time Beast for the $4.99. Appreciate you with the super chat. He said Corey wants his peers to not allow people to say anything about him that's not in his favor. If you let them say anything unfavorable, it's war on you. Now, I believe that. I agree with that, and also disagree with that in the same sense. And the reason why I disagree with it is because people should be able to have an opinion without being malicious, and for him to be grown enough and man enough to understand that somebody isn't trying to belittle him or trying to disrespect him, but just give him an opinion the same way he believes he's just giving an opinion, not trying to be malicious towards people he's actually talking shit about. The reason why I do agree with it also is because it's important that your peers do hold a level of respect for you, or else people won't respect you either, especially in this entertainment space. In Hollywood, if your peers don't respect you, or if they're out here giving negative reviews about you, it's inevitable that other people will follow along with that narrative. The same way you see people in that support Corey, they run with his narratives. It's the same thing with Hollywood. If majority of the people in Hollywood are saying that Corey's toxic and he's somebody you should stay away from, other people in Hollywood are going to follow suit. It's just how it is out there. It's very clicked up, and it's very hive-minded, if you will. Brandon Fresh said, when Corey said he talked to Godfrey, gay co-host on the phone, I said, oh, hell no, this nigga curious. No. I don't think, no. He said he talked to, he said he talked to Dante Nero. He said he talked to Dante Nero. He said that, and he took up for Godfrey when Corey was on the phone trying to talk about Godfrey or gossip about Godfrey to have some information get back to him. Now, that's the shit I'm wondering. Why the hell did you call him and not Godfrey? Now, let's talk about that. Why the fuck you get on the phone with Dante and start talking shit about Godfrey to Dante instead of getting on the phone with Godfrey to say what you had to say to him? Why'd you talk? Did he call you? He had to have called you, because I can't for the life of me believe that Corey would call Dante out of nowhere and start talking shit about a man he could have just called himself. He later, oh, really? So he talked to Akeem as well. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll hear about that conversation next time. I think actually they were supposed to go live last night. I don't know if they're gonna go live tonight or whatever, but we gonna see. But GMS fam, the green room, shout out your city. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Appreciate y'all for the super chats. If you want to support the GMS show in a big way, you can donate to the Cash App. That is in the description below. If one of my moderators can put it in the chat, that'll be most appreciated. If you don't want YouTube to take half of the things that you send me and want to send me directly your support in the Cash App, you can do so. We're going to put that up there in a second. One of y'all put that Cash App in the chat below. Hey. Hey, I see Jersey in the building, 216, Minneapolis, St. Louis is in the building. 3Gs is tonight. Yes, 3Gs is tonight. Make sure you pull up for that. I'm also gonna be on Mariah Sincere's channel tonight. Go subscribe to Mariah Sincere. If y'all don't know, Mariah Sincere. Look that up for me. Go subscribe. Make sure y'all look for that. We're gonna be live in a few hours. I'm gonna share it on my channel, so y'all make sure y'all watch for that as well. Hit the bell, man. Get the notifications. You know they're gonna try to put us in the shadow realm, so get those notifications when we go live, man. Hit that bell. ATL's in the building. Vallejo's in the building. I see you. Detroit City's in the building. Hey. Mariah says she gonna go live. You know what? She's in Columbia. Oh shit. 5:30 my minute. Hold on. Hey. I may be dumb, but you have the same time zone, right? Because if she's live right now, my bad. Somebody let me know if Columbia is in the same. I don't know. We got the same time zone. Shout out to Boston, California's in the building. I appreciate y'all, man. GMS fam, the green room. I gotta go. Much love, peace, and soul. We out.